What's up, everyone? McGreger guy here. So this past weekend, UFC Fight Night 114, 115 was in Mexico. Pettis versus Moreno. That's how you pronounce his last name. I apologize if it isn't. So anyway, that fight was last Saturday. It is now Monday night. The UFC does not have another event till September 2nd in Amsterdam. Is this good for the UFC taking all this time off? They obviously are probably taking this time off because they don't have many fights booked or don't have enough events or enough fights to book for events. I think 4 events. That's 40 fighters. 12 events. 12 fights on 4 events. It's nearly 50 fights. It's over 100 fighters. So I think this month they're taking off just because they don't have much fights going on, not much talent to book as far as for the end of the year. And they're probably putting a lot of their eggs into the Conor McGreger Mayweather basket. They're going to make some money off that fight. Everyone's making money off that fight except for us. We're paying for it. What I think they're doing is just taking a break from the UFC because they don't have much talent right now to make fights for the rest of the year, and they're putting all their eggs into that Mayweather fight. I think that's good for the UFC to take a little break. You don't want over-exaggeration. That's what a lot exaggeration, saturation. I can't even say that word. I have a friend that believes that the UFC's peaked and that believes that the UFC's overdone it with all the champions and overdone it with all the events, and I say that's bullshit. You put in good fights, people are going to see no matter how many they are a year. No matter who's fighting, if there's good fights, people are going to watch it. As far as pay-per-view buys and stars, that's a different conversation. I personally like the month off. Gives me time to miss the UFC, gives me time to take a break, watch old fights, maybe make some more videos about stuff. Also, it's just good to take a little break. I think it's good for the UFC that they're doing this. It's only a month. It's 4 events you're missing, potentially 4 events that they could have put on. It is what it is. Still always be a fan of the UFC no matter what. Just excited for the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight at the end of the month. I can't believe that fight's actually happening. I don't think it's bad for the UFC. They're taking time off. I just think they're in a bit of a period right now that half the year, they got a bunch of events scheduled for September and October. There's the MSG card in November, so I think they're just trying to focus on those events, get fights for those events, and not worry about 1 month. It's only a month they're not worrying about. You just let things play out, let things get settled, and then you still have November, December. All of September is booked. A bit of October is. No November, no December is booked. So we have lots of fights to come this year. 2 pay-per-views in December. Very excited for that. So look forward to that. So they have a bright end of the year going, a very productive end of the year going. I think it's just a transition period into the second half of the year. It is what it is. It's not that they're not dying, they're not struggling. They're in a bit of a tight spot right now where they got the Floyd thing going on. They want to focus on that, and right now they just don't have any events, to go by. They don't have much. Most of the UFC fighters have already fought once or twice this year already. So, and then some people are fighting their second, third fight later in the year. So they're just trying to get things figured out and just a little break right now to get fights scheduled and fighters healed up and returned and all that nonsense. So the UFC is a good spot in my book. That's coming from a guy who's just a super fan anyways. But go Team UFC. Sport's not going anywhere. The UFC's not going anywhere. Fighters aren't going anywhere. I think we're doing good. Bright guy here. Thank you.